All right, we are on here and the coffee pot is currently making noise. So hopefully you can't hear it, but it's almost done if you can't tell. So how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's had a good week. Had my normal week, work, and actually I was off on Friday, so that was kind of nice. Got to have a day with Maddie. And we did go to the zoo Saturday, so that was fun. And went to a fun little coffee shop in Virginia Beach that we found. It's called, I can't remember the name of it, Three Ships or something like that. I don't know. But we found it when we had family in town. And we decided, since we're going to the zoo or aquarium, we were going to go back because it was really, really good coffee. So if you're in Virginia Beach, I think it's called Three Ships Coffee. Anyway, so... And there we go again, me saying so. So last time I said so a million times, and I'm really going to try not to say so a million times again this time. We'll see. I think I'll get better at it over time, though. I also said with that being said, so I'm also going to try not to do that. But anywho, so I just want to thank you guys for joining tonight, and thank you everybody who joined last week and has watched my videos since last week, because when I'm done, I do post it. I guess it doesn't stay on Instagram, but it does stay on Facebook when I post it to there afterwards. So yes, so some of you got to watch live and some watched later, but I really appreciate everybody who watched, and I really, really, really appreciate all the comments and the shares. And I actually got messages that I was not expecting to get. I know I asked you guys to message me. Hey. I asked you guys to message me, and I didn't expect it, but it was really cool to have some messages from people who just needed encouragement and just wanted to reach out just to talk. Like, I'm here for that. That's awesome, and I want that. Yeah. Anyway, so anybody who hasn't watched, and there I went saying so again, geez. But anybody who hasn't watched the original video, just to kind of give you a little rundown of what the purpose of this is, it's to really just encourage you or help you if you don't need encouragement. Maybe it will help you to encourage someone else, or if you encourage me, like I definitely need encouragement a lot. So yeah. Anyway, tonight I'm going to, if you saw my post probably like an hour and a half ago, I'll be talking about your tool shed tonight. So that'll be exciting. And a little bit about that, I think, I don't know. I mean, so I think I'll get to that part in a little bit, actually. I'll just jump in. We'll jump in. Anyway, so here we go. I think that we all probably agree that we all go through seasons in our lives, right? And there's seasons in general. There's obviously, we're in a transition right now. If you all don't feel it, if you have allergies, you definitely feel it. I woke up yesterday, I think it was, and just had like body aches, didn't know what was going on. Then I'm a little bit sniffly. I'm going to try not to like sniff a bunch tonight. But I guess I have allergies. Yay. But there's definitely seasons that we go through in our lives. They're not all great seasons. I honestly probably have more messy seasons than I do not messy seasons. But in the end, I'm actually end up being thankful for those messy seasons that I go through. I think a lot of times I can get caught up in like the how can I do this, or how can I do that, or the what can I do? I'll do it, or I can do this. Sometimes it's how can I do this, or how can I solve this, or how can I fix this, or it's I'll help you, I'll do it, with just the I. Or I get consumed in life, in those seasons, and it's just, life just begins to overtake you. Sometimes it consumes you. We get busy, and just our day-to-day work, being a mom, school, whatever you're going through or whatever you're in right now, we get caught up in that. And sometimes we get caught up in the negativity of the world that we live in today and the people that are surrounded by us. Sometimes we can't always control who we're surrounded by, and there's just this focus, I think, on negativity a lot. I mean, you go to the news stories and it's everything that bad happened the night before. And it just begins to consume you and consume your life, and it just begins to bring you down. You just kind of start feeling like, no other word for it than blah. You just start feeling blah, and you don't know what to, sometimes I don't even know why. And I know my husband probably thinks I'm crazy sometimes because I just start crying and I'm like, I don't know, I just feel blah, or I'll just be in a funk and I'm like, I don't have an explanation, I'm just blah. There's no answer, But I think, like I said, it just begins to rub off on you. I know growing up, my mom always said, and other people have always said, you are the company you keep. And that's so true. What we surround ourselves with, it ends up being a representation of who you are. Even if you're not like that, if you surround yourself with it, it just unknowingly just kind of just feeds into you. I have this little analogy that I thought of, and I'm a very visual person, so there's going to be probably a lot of times where I use visuals or pictures or things like that to kind of explain my point and get my point across. So I thought about this. You think about like a driveway or a sidewalk or whatever it might be, a pathway that is covered in leaves, right? And so in order to remove the leaves, we have to go to our tool shed and find the tool that we need, which would probably be your leaf blower, right? So you pull the leaf blower out, you go, plug it in, blow all the leaves off. Awesome, leaves are gone, your path is clear. Sometimes we blow all the leaves off and there's still dirt or debris or things that are covering it or just gotten into the cracks and crevices, just from the leaves being driven on, walked on, rained on, storm, whatever it is. Sometimes it's just a little bit harder to remove what's there. The leaf blower doesn't always remove it all. So we go back to our tool shed, and I guess you pull out a pressure washer, and you go back with a pressure washer and you clean that pathway or walkway, driveway, whatever it is, with the pressure washer. And I don't know if you've ever seen people do before and afters, but it's crazy the difference. Sometimes you don't even realize how dirty something was until you use the pressure washer, and it's just like completely wiped clean. It looks brand new, and just looks amazing, right? Back to new. So I think that in that, I think sometimes our life is like that in the different seasons we're in. Sometimes we feel like we're the ones that are covered in debris and dirt and whatever, from all the storms and things that we've gone through in our lives. And we just have to remember and find a way to get to our tool shed. And when I use the tool shed, what I mean is God. God is our tool shed. Okay? We can go to him literally to help us in any season we're in, and he will help us. I'm just going to give you a personal example. For me, my husband and I had his permission. I'm not just talking about his, life. But we have always felt this call to work with youth. And I'm, over the last, year or so, I would say, like, we just kept feeling like, oh, we're this is it. This is going to be it. And then it doesn't happen. Or we would have an interview and it wouldn't work out. And it gets frustrating. It got hard. And speaking for myself, I know that I got kind of frustrated, angry, confused. I was questioning if I heard or felt right about being called to work with youth and do things to help minister to youth, and just uncertainty, and I was reminded, after going through my pity party, I went to my tool shed, which was God, and I was reminded by him, like, you guys prayed to me for me to open doors or close doors so that there would be no uncertainty, and doors were closed. And it's not doors were closed to us working with youth, like we still feel called to that, but the doors, those just specific opportunities, the doors were closed because that's not where we're supposed to be. And I remember being in worship one day and God saying, you know, at church, you're here. This is where you are. This is where you're supposed to be. He's used other people to tell me this too. So be still, be patient, and be present. And that's kind of been a big focus for me, is to be still, be patient, and be present where I am. And that's made a big difference in me being, that was my encouragement for that day in this season, is like, this is where I am. So be present. That's a big thing. Be present. Because I think if you're not present, you kind of just put yourself in a corner and you feel pulled away. And that's when all that negativity and all the things can start to consume you in life and everything. And you just get in this rut. So I've been being present, and it's just made this huge difference for me. I still have my times. That's not to say that every day is amazing, but remembering to go to my tool shed, to go and whatever that is in the tool shed, whether, like, I know for me, I use worship a lot. I like to listen to worship music. So that's my main tool that I use when I'm kind of just in a rut or feeling the blah, so that's like my main thing for me. And I usually get from that what I'm looking for, or what I need, or the encouragement that I need comes from that a lot. Sometimes it's reading, and sometimes it's friends, like who you surround yourself with. And and prayer is another one, obviously, but I think that another tool is people. Like I said, friends. Like, God uses people to help you, to encourage you, to speak to you, to remind you that you are in the right place, that you're doing the right thing, that it's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through it. It's a season, and every season has a start and every season has an end, and they come back around sometimes, and that's okay, because we have the tools we need to get through the season. And then once you get through that season, there's another season, but you've learned from the season you were in, so now you can help and encourage someone else in the season that you might have already been through. And there's other people that can help and encourage you in the seasons that you haven't been through yet. So I just want to say this to remind you that it's just a season, and you're gonna get through it, and I'm here for you. I would love for you to continue to message me and reach out to me, and I want to encourage you where you are and where you're at right now in this season. I want to help. I want to be a tool that God uses for you. And I think that's where I am right now, is I'm a tool for any of you guys that God is using to encourage you, to guide you, to help try to lead you to the right places, or help you find another tool that you're looking for or need in this season. And the same for, it could spark a conversation to where you've been through something that I might be going through, and you can help me, So I'm here for community and to build that with you. And just know that anything you share with me is a safe place too. I'm not here to get your personal stuff and put it out there. Like, I wouldn't want the same either. So, I'm going to be open on here, but I think that's a way for you to know that I'm being real, is by sharing my personal stories. And so anyway, but like I said, I want to keep these short. I don't want to make them really long, but I do want to just continue to encourage you to be an encouragement to others, and to know that it's okay that if you're in a season where you feel like you're covered in debris, like that's okay because it's a season. And you can go and find that tool and get the leaf blower, get the pressure washer, whatever you need, the rake, whatever it is, and you can get out of it, you know. But anyway, so I challenge you this week, go to your tool shed, whatever it is, your closet, your prayer closet, whatever, your garage, your gym, whatever it is, go to that place where you can be encouraged, be lifted up, and figure out what tool you need in this season. And I just thought about also, so we're coming on spring flowers, all that stuff, and April showers bring May flowers, right? We have to sometimes use the tool of watering, and sometimes we're in a season where we just need to be watered. So know that that's also a season, and that can be a hard season because you're waiting and waiting and waiting, but know that you're being watered so that you can grow. But anyway, just thought of that and wanted to share it real quick because again, I'm a picture person, so if I have a visual or anything like that, I'm going to share it with you, and I hope you can relate to it. But just again, I'm challenging you to just go find that tool this week, whatever it is. Message me if you need help, guidance, you just want to talk, you want to be encouraged, any of those things. And I'd like if you would message me if you find a tool that works for you and you feel like that tool has helped you this week and you feel just like a little bit lighter or something like that from it, that you would just message me, because that's encouraging for me too, to know that like this helped you. It's encouraging you is encouraging me, all in the same, it's just a big circle. But yeah, so I hope everybody has a good week. I hope to hear from you guys. And again, on Thursday, I'll post another scripture. I think the scriptures are going to kind of be in related to what we talk about on Tuesdays. So, just be on the lookout. I'll post that on Thursday, and I'll see you guys again next week. So thank you for joining. See ya.